What is up, YouTube? So today is chest day, and I am heading over to Powerhouse Gym at the moment to go train. I am pretty freaking excited for chest. It's not my favorite day of the week, but it is a close second. Back is number one for me, but hey, who does not love a good freaking chest day? But game plan. If you watched my last chest day video, I started off with a new incline press machine that my gym bought, and I absolutely love it. I think it was the Atlas or Atlantis brand, but you'll see in a few minutes what machine I'm talking about. But I'm probably going to start with that. If I don't end up starting with that, I'll probably do an incline barbell movement, whether it's Smith machine or free weight. It kind of just goes by what's open or what's not. I have no preference really. But basically, my workout's going to be comprised of 2 incline presses, one more of a compound, kind of like a barbell movement, and then 1 machine. And then I'm probably going to do 1 flat press as well, probably flat dumbbell. That's been feeling really, really nice recently. I've been getting back into it I think this would be the 3rd week that I'd be implementing that into the training routine. Then after my presses, I'm just going to finish off with a bunch of flies, probably 1 incline fly and 1 flat fly. That's basically how the chest routine is going to go. I also train biceps with chest. I've explained this in the last video, but in case you're new, I like to train chest with biceps, as well as back with triceps. And I got a comment actually in one of the videos asking why I do this. And it's because after I'm done with all of my chest movements, my triceps are shot after all the pressing. And I feel like when it's time to do triceps after chest, they don't feel good. Like they already feel fatigued, and I don't get enough. I don't feel like I'm getting the best contraction on them. But biceps, on the other hand, are totally fresh, not sore at all. So that's why I decided to do biceps at the end of chest. And it's the same reason for back and biceps and why I do back with triceps. So if you want to give that a shot, definitely do. It's a very, very effective workout in my opinion. And you might be wondering, well, aren't my biceps going to be sore tomorrow for back if I train back after chest? And the answer to that really is no. Like, I feel like even with my biceps being sore, it doesn't affect my my back workout in any way. And honestly, I kind of like to have sore biceps when I train back, so that I isolate my back more. I feel like I feel like if I feel it more in my biceps right off the bat, I'm gonna know that I'm not doing something right, and that I have to change the way I'm doing them to feel it more in my back rather than my biceps. So that's my mentality on it, I guess. But for pre-workout today, I bought the new bucked up flavor. It's called Mother Bucker. It's been pretty popular, I think, on TikTok. A lot of people are talking about how like it has a crazy beta-alanine count. I think it's got like 6.4 grams, which is definitely on the higher end, and you definitely do feel a bit more itchy before your workouts. But if you're like me and you kind of like that itch, it might be a pre-workout you're wanting to give a shot. It definitely makes you want to move. And that's really why I like the itch. I know beta-alanine has other pros, like I think it's with muscular endurance. I believe that's what it ends up helping out. But I do like the itch that you get from it. It makes me want to like get up and move, as well as 300 milligrams of caffeine. So it's definitely on the higher end of stimulant. So yeah, if that sounds anything interesting to you, maybe give it a shot. I'm currently using the I think mango flavor, and it's pretty darn good. Excuse me. What else did I want to talk about? Uh, yeah, I guess that's basically about it. Oh, in terms of pre-workouts, the past couple days I've been talking about how, you know, if you're working out late, maybe not have pre-workout. But today I'm in the gym. It's only 6:15 right now, so it is pretty damn early. So I decided to actually give myself some caffeine to definitely stimulate this workout. So yeah, again, just be mindful of like when you're having caffeine and when you're not having caffeine. Like if you're working out super duper late, you might not want to have pre-workout because it'll definitely affect your sleep schedule, and that will affect your recovery, and that's no bueno when you're not getting good recovery time. But I'm rolling up on the gym now. I hope the frickin' incline machine is open. That would really suck if it's not, but I'll find another thing to do. I don't really like waiting around for machines. If something that I want is being used, I'm not going to let it ruin my workout. I'm going to make an intuitive decision to do something else. That way my workout doesn't come to a pause or it doesn't start too late. I mean, if the person's only got like one set left, then, I'll wait. But if they just started, I'm not going to bug them and just wait there. And I'm not going to stop myself from getting a workout in. So that's basically my mentality on that topic. But I'm rolling up on the gym now, and I'll see you all for the first work set of chest. Peace out.
All right, what is up, everybody? So I'm starting off my chest workout with some incline chest press right here. This piece of equipment is called the Atlantis incline chest press. I know I was trying to figure out the name in the car and I didn't quite remember, but it is a phenomenal piece of equipment. Usually, I like to take a more narrow grip on any sort of incline chest press machine just due to the fact that my shoulders kind of irritate me, because I feel like the make of the machine, the handles are so neutral and they're not, well, not really neutral. They're so like fixed and they're not really turned in at all. And this machine has a slight turn in and it feels really, really nice on my shoulders, and I'm able to get a really, really nice chest activation. I feel like a lot of times when the handles aren't turned in, I hit more of my front delt than my chest, and it just makes my shoulder feel all crunchy and gross for the rest of the workout. So I had no issues with that on that machine, and it felt super duper nice. So now I'm moving over into some flat dumbbells right here. I've been really, really liking this combination of workouts where I'm going from an incline chest press machine to a flat dumbbell. It just feels super duper nice. The first two workouts of the day are going to be done in an 8 to 10 rep fashion. I'm really going to try to go a bit heavier. So instead of going for 12 to 15 reps on the first two sets, I'm going to try to stay in between those 8 to 10 reps. Even if I hit 7 and I still have somebody to spot me past failure, I'm still going to count that as the full 10 reps, because I just like to think of a spot as a little bit of a drop set in a sense. It's just taking a little bit of tension off just so that you can squeeze out a few more reps. But after the first two movements, I'm moving over into some incline Smith machine right now. And this is where the volume's going to kind of pick up a little bit. For the next movements, the next series of movements, they're going to be done in a 12 to 15 rep fashion. So I'm going to get the heavy weights out of the way with still some pretty decent volume, 8 to 10 reps. And then as the workout goes on, I'm going to increase the volume to about 12 to 15 reps. So after some incline Smith machine, I'm moving over now into some incline machine flies, and these felt really, really nice. I don't know if I mentioned this a couple months ago, but I had a slight twitch. Sorry about that. My mic cut out, but basically what I was saying was a couple months ago, I tweaked my pecs slightly on my left chest, and this machine irritated it every single time just due to the fact that you get a really deep stretch at the bottom. And honestly, today was the first day that I could confidently say this machine did not bother my chest at all, and it felt really, really nice. I was finally able to get a really nice stretch at the bottom and a really, really good squeeze at the top, and this machine is definitely going to be added to the routine every single time now. I feel like a lot of the flies that I do are more for my like mid chest or lower chest, but it'll be a nice change to do a bit of like an upper fly now. So speaking of other upper flies, this is another fly variation that I'm going to be starting to include into my training routine, and those are going to be some low to high flies. This is actually a shoulder press machine, but just the way that the cables are, you can use this machine for countless things. You could use it for bicep curls, you could almost use it for chest press, you could use it for low to high flies like I'm doing now. And this movement right here is really, really nice. I'm not really bringing the weight up too high because I feel like the higher I bring it up, the more tension is going to be put onto my front delts. So I'm really just trying to manually flex my pecs and just bring the weight in as close as I can and just get a really, really nice squeeze. And it might not look like I'm doing too much range in motion, but all I'm really doing is just squeezing my chest over and over again, and the weight doesn't really need to go all the way up to my face for the chest to really be working, because at that point it's really just going to be mostly front delts and not your chest. But that was the last chest movement of the day, and now I'm moving over into the bicep portion of the workout. Starting off with more of an isolation movement here before I get into any of the heavy curls, just to really pump up the biceps with a lot of blood and to really make those compound heavy barbell curls feel a lot better after. A lot of the times I see myself starting with like a heavy dumbbell curl at the start or a heavy barbell curl at the start, and it does fatigue my biceps, but I definitely don't get as much of a mind muscle connection as if I start with a isolation movement like this. I feel like starting with an isolation movement like this really opens up those fibers, gets me a really, really nice pump, and then all those heavy compound movements feel so much better after. I almost think of them as like I'm not really moving. I don't think of it as moving a real shit ton of weight anymore. I'm thinking of it as just as a good way to use a heavy compound to fuel it with more blood rather than to just push the weight to like a new max, if that makes sense. But I'm doing a bit of a drop set here. Again, really just trying to isolate these biceps, pump them up with as much blood as possible. And if you ever are starting with a compound movement, say we're talking about chest, right? And you start with flat barbell and you don't feel like you're getting enough chest activation, start with just some cable flies. I guarantee getting a little bit of an isolated pump before you move into the compound will make the compound feel a lot better. Granted, you might not be as strong, but the mind-muscle connection in terms of a bodybuilding context and getting a better pump will be so much greater if you do a little bit of an isolation movement first. But I'm wrapping up the drop set right here. Preacher curls are a great isolation movement for your biceps. Just the fact that your arms are on that pad allows you to get a really, really nice stretch at the bottom, and you can get a really nice squeeze at the top. But now moving over into the compound curl right here, just doing some straight bar curls with the 80s. And I'm just going for 12 reps right here. Nothing too crazy, just getting a really nice squeeze at the top, keeping the tension on the muscle the entire time. You won't see me stop at the bottom for too long. I'm really just trying to keep all that tension loaded on the biceps. And this felt super duper nice. I can guarantee that if I started with this movement, I definitely could have gotten the 80s for more reps. But again, when I'm on stage, the judges aren't going to be grading me on how much weight did I curl. They're going to be grading me on how I look and how big the biceps are. So again, if you're trying to train in a bodybuilding style, don't really worry too much about the weight. Just go by feel. And if it's feeling good and you're feeling pumped, keep doing it. So after some of those barbell curls, I'm moving over into hammer curls right here. I'm sitting on the bench this time rather than standing just to really kill some of that momentum. I feel like a lot of the times I see myself swinging just to get the weight up. And yeah, it does feel really nice to fatigue the biceps with some heavy hammer curls. But in terms of isolation, I just feel like the pump was a lot better. And I was still able to get a decent amount of weight and really, really fatigue my brachialis. These felt super duper nice today, and I could definitely see myself doing some more seated hammer curls in the future. Even when I can't get the full rep up, you still got some left in the tank to squeeze out some partials. But that was the last bicep movement of the day, and now I'm doing a little bit of side delts just to wrap up the whole workout. I only recorded one set because I only really did one movement, and I just did 4 sets of lateral raises right here with the dumbbells, just keeping constant tension on the side delts the entire time. All I did was 4 sets of 20. I just feel like getting a little bit of shoulders in throughout the week will be very beneficial in terms of your shoulder growth. I do a bit of side delts on chest, and then I obviously will do them later in the week for shoulders. But that is all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for back. Peace out.